Did you know I'd come home with you?
Let's just say I can read eyes.
I feel like somebody stuck a big club up my ass, and it hurts. I've got to figure out a way to get it out of there.
And it's as I explained in the chat, I had seen a thing about Samurai Cop before. This is one of those where, like I said, people recognize this as a good, bad film. So there is material about it. And one of the big questions is, why is he wearing a ridiculous wig, protagonist, through, like a third of the movie, or if not more? And it turns out, the word is that they recorded the movie, and then they got done, and then the lead actor shaved his head. He had long hair. Then the director got back to him and said, I want to do all these reshoots, or he lost shit or whatever, added scenes, changed the whole script, something like that. So he wanted to film all this new shit. The guy was like, well, I don't have the hair anymore. He's like, oh, fuck it. So they just threw a ridiculous wig on his head. Did not look convincing. So intermittently throughout this film, the guy's got his actual long hair, and then in other scenes he has this flowing ridiculous wig. Not in the least bit convincing.
They even tried to throw a hat on him, and that didn't work either.
The hat thing was really weird to me. I think it was Liz who said it looked like it was Velcroed on to the wig, and there was obviously something wrong with it. It was like you had this hat that was trying to contain like a beehive wig or something. It's just kind of like, it looked like they tried to really pack it on, and it didn't really quite fit at all.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looked like the shit I'm wearing, but they were pretending that was a man's real hair, and that was his work hat. Like, come on, man. Like, please.
And I swear there's a scene, I don't think I caught it the first time I saw it, and then I heard about it, and then I see it ever since. And, I caught it loud and clear this time around. There's a scene that they failed to edit out where he's doing combat and his wig comes off for a moment.
And they kept it.
But to back up, this is a buddy cop story that was meant, I guess, to emulate Lethal Weapon. And the director thought that the guy who was the lead actor was a good kind of Mel Gibson stand-in. And the guy is ripped, but he also just can't help looking like a dork. He still does. And they have him acting like such a cock. All he's doing is talking about the ladies he's been fucking, and he's being he's generally being an asshole. And in fact, they're not doing great detective work. They just have their villains lined up. So him and his partner just go to a restaurant and start harassing them as they sit. They just come in, they're like, you motherfuckers. And and then he starts hitting on the main Yakuza guy's girlfriend right at the table. And then he goes into a speech about how, because this is like a Yakuza thing in the United States or whatever, he goes into some speech about how we don't have anything against the hardworking Japanese business people in America, but what we do protest to is, are you drug pushers and that kind of thing. And this was in the 80s, or wait, what was it, 91, something around that time. People might forget now, but there was a lot of anti-Japanese animosity. The Japanese were really, their economy was booming. There's all this fear that they're going to take over the automotive industry from Detroit and shit like that. And so there was a lot of like anti-Japanese sentiment that I feel like comes through a bit in Samurai Cop, but that they try to also shield themselves from criticism on by, I guess, claiming that the protagonist has some affinity for Japanese culture, and they make that claim that he's fluent in Japanese. So there's no evidence of this except for him saying that the Katana gang is called Katana in reference to a Japanese sword.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.